better fucking say.
He been good to me.
Yes.
More than this whole world or you could ever be. He's been so good to me. He dried my tears away. Turned my midnight into day. So I'll say thank you, Lord. They took my babies away. Thank you, Lord. Locked me up for 3 years.
I'm excited. This is actually an exclusive, a real exclusive. We not in the wine cellar. We out in LA. We in your stomping ground. Look like you got some money, Kevin, because they said you was broke out here. Let me show the camera the watch, the rings.
Same.
They say you can't pay child support and shit.
You know, they say a lot of things, but
Kevin, let me hold some. Look, you know I
what
need
they say,
it.
they say I can't.
Yeah, they say you can't pay child support. They say you out here, you just going through it.
Hey, what Kendrick say? Sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas.
So that's what you got to do. You got to pop out and show niggas.
So if I was gonna do that, I said I got to go to Tasha K.
Okay.
I know everybody gonna be watching.
Okay. Yeah, they are. They nosy as fuck. We all nosy. You know what I'm saying? We all guilty of it. But listen, I'm honored to do this interview. I'm honored that we connected because, you know, when it comes to it, like, you know, we don't cut, alter, chop, screw. We are not backed by the industry at all.
Okay.
So ain't nobody gonna be calling me, threatening me to take shit down.
Right.
They got to go to court 4 or 5 years and get a judge to do that. And even sometimes I be hesitant to do that shit, you know?
Right.
So your story is your story.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately for you, your story has been told by everybody but you.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Exactly. I never really got a chance to speak for myself because I felt like if you just ignore BS, it'll go away.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But it just got worse and worse and worse. And then I started crashing out. You know what I'm saying? I started getting desperate, trying to get my word out. And they just spin everything I said. It just...
They're going to chop and screw it.
It's, you know...
Yeah.
Sound bites.
You drinking wine?
I sip some.
Okay, consensually, you know, we got to get consent round this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Look, just a little bit, sip slow now. I'm gonna get me a look. I got the little glass. I gave you the big glass since you the man and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't need all that wine and everything. But cheers. Welcome to the wine cellar. Welcome to Unwine with Tasha K. And Kevin.
I'm trying to unwind, but I'm a little nervous.
Don't be nervous. I know it's been a minute. Maybe we could put you in your element. It's been a minute since, you know, the world has really heard your voice. Obviously, the voice is doing well because I'm seeing diamonds and shit. I'm blinded. Okay? You wanna remind the world of what we fell in love with?
Are you talking about singing or something?
Singing, yeah, of course.
Lately you've been questioning if I still see you the same way. Through these trying years, we gonna both physically change. Don't you know you'll always be the most beautiful woman I know? Let me reassure you, Tasha, that my feelings are truly unconditional. See, I love you if your hair turns gray, girl. I still want you if you gain a little weight. And the way I feel for you will always be the same, just as long as your love don't change.
That was amazing. Wow, the voice is still voicing. Nothing has changed. You know, listen, because we haven't seen you. I know you've been putting videos up on your Instagram, but because I think you haven't been involved in any back and forth drama, you know how folks will just, you know, oh, well, there's nothing going on over there. And, you know, what another person says, it must be what's going on. And so you've just been singing here lately.
Yeah. Yeah, I've really been trying to just get people remembering about the music because a lot of my career has been about the drama or tied to, Chris Brown, Eva, all this type of stuff. And it's like, they forgot about the music. So I said, I've been gone for a while. I've been gone for 3 years. And we'll get into that, where I've been. But during that time, I said, let me get back to the music and start putting that out there more.
I like that. Because it speaks to the soul.
Yeah.
And it can tell your truth.
You can. It's hard to put what I really feel in my music, but I use it more as an escape. That's why I sing a lot of the oldies, the classics. Rest in peace to Frankie Beverly, people like that.
Yeah, everybody been dropping off like flies here lately. A lot of the greats. Tito Jackson.
And it made me feel like, rest in peace to them. It made me feel like I can't waste my time no more and waste my talent. And I got to do something now.
Our R&B has been winning. Especially lately.
So?
Yeah, especially in like West Africa or just Africa in general. Like, I think with the bridge that it's made with the Western, world and music and stuff like that, it is even more penetrating. And I think there's just prime opportunity for you to just jump back in and give people what they've always loved about you, which was the music. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, because of, controversy after controversy, it does make people say, well, I mean, it's just the words behind his music. I mean, can we trust that? Is that true? Is that who I fell in love with? You know what I'm saying? Because, when there's a woman that's in your life, mm-hmm. right? And then there's a child, it's kind of hard to differentiate what you sing about from your personal life, because mm-hmm. The woman in your life represents most of your music. True. Right? Yeah. And I think because your ex was so public, mm-hmm. and both of y'all are like, fucking eye candy to the world and shit. Like, she's talented in her own way. You obviously have your talent, and it just kind of, it was a lie. And I think maybe if one of you weren't so public, but both of y'all being public figures, I don't think your career would have taken such a big hit. Mm. Because it's like the fans feel like they have to choose a side. Yeah. There's a lot of couples going through that. Kind of like I hate using them as an example, but like if Jay-Z or Beyonce split, somebody gonna take a career hit. So the fans are gonna feel like they have to choose.
And it's not even always with a relationship with a woman. It could be like a mm-hmm. relationship with the person you signed to, Yeah. You don't want to put people in a position where they feel like they got to choose sides. Yes. It's like one of the worst things. It's.
I always lose an earring. Go ahead. It's a part of the culture. They know my earrings always fall out because they be fake. It's not real like your jewelry. But go ahead.
But yeah, it's just like.
Yeah. So before we get into, because I know your ex, I'm gonna put this on record right now.
Which one?
Evil.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this on record because coincidentally, we already had this interview scheduled for about 2 weeks now?
About 2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. So her during an interview today with the Breakfast Club, or I don't know when Eva Marcel did the interview or whatever. Mm-hmm. This interview had nothing to do with what she did today that's coming out. So we don't want this to feel like you hitting back.
Right.
This was already scheduled.
I didn't even get to see the interview.
Listen, my team just told me about it, and apparently it was all about you.
That's crazy.
She's doing a movie about her life, and it's got to do with you.
Really?
Yeah. So apparently she talked about...
I thought it was about a girl being buried alive.
Yeah. So basically it was about her relationship with you, is what she said on the show. Now, typically, we've all had our hearts broken as women, right? Mm. There was always that one motherfucker. Like, damn. Like, why is he just so good, but so bad at the same time, or makes me feel so bad? I believe the way Eva has been towards you and even how she brings you into the current, I personally feel like she still loves you.
Well, I still love her.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she's the mother. Let's go back. Like,
look at that camera and say that.
It's been 10 years.
Okay.
And she's been raising my daughter. Whether we've done it the perfect way, we could have done things better, but she's an excellent mother. And let's just start back. Like when you're dating a supermodel, right?
Yeah. Gorgeous.
It's not, she's one of the most beautiful women in the world. I've never dated a woman like that. I had like one serious relationship in college. This is a regular girl, like, that I was in the choir with. I never dated a supermodel. So once I stepped into that world, it was a whole nother world, you know? And I don't know if I was ready for it at the time.
How old were you?
I was like 28 at the time when I met her.
Okay.
28. And I still was in my young nigga phase. Like, even though I was 28, I played football my whole life. I never had a childhood. So in college, I got out of college, didn't go to the NFL. I wanted to have some fun. So I'm like 23 years old. So from 23 to 28, I was still in the young nigga phase. And I think, you know, that made stuff weird.
I mean, I'm not going to say it made stuff weird. I think any man in his 20s and, you know, you're pursuing music, you're supposed to be living your life. It's not weird. It's normal behavior.
I get what you're saying. Like,
how you gonna know to be a man? You ain't even grown into a man yet.
Yeah, hindsight. Hindsight is 2020 though, because I just see I learned a lot from it, but it's just a lot of moments where you do young nigga shit and you be like, dang, if I would have saved this money here, if I would have invested this, or if, you know, I would have saved. But that's how you learn. Yeah, it's how you learn. Yeah. You know, you said you grew up in the church. Mm-hmm. Tell me about that. I don't think anybody really knows your background. Yeah, I grew up in the church. My grandmother's actually Jehovah's Witness. So knocking on people's doors and stuff? No, she didn't do all that. She actually got kicked out of the church because after my grandfather passed, she had a boyfriend. So they was like, no, if you can't have boyfriends. You know, they're really strict. So but she wasn't messing up her benefits. I'm sure she got because of that, she got out of the church. We ended up finding Christianity later. And I bring up my grandmother because that's one of my best friends. If you look at my story today, you'll see a lot of stories about her. And she instilled a lot of the things in me that you get from the church and stuff like that. And she raised me to be the type of dude that you see when you see the music that comes out and you get away from all of the drama and all that. That person, the real, they call me Lil Kevin. I got that from my grandmother. And she's the one who brought church to me and gospel, taught us singing and all that stuff like that. My uncle was in a group called Bloodstone. I don't know if you heard of it. Never heard of that. Take to the sky on the natural high. I've heard that song, yeah. He was in that group, so it's always been in my family, so. Like music in general. Yeah, it's always been something I wanted to do. And one of the reasons I got into singing because I'm very shy. I don't know if you could tell right now. I'm even shy. You are. Every time I say something, you be like. Yeah, I'm a real shy guy. That's why I got into music. Okay. Because my whole family is talented, and I got tired of being left out. I wanted to have a voice. Okay. So what age did you start? What age did you know that you could sing? I know I could sing like 8 up, but when I got about 13 years old, I started wanting to sing for girls and stuff like that in the choir. And Tyrese had just came out with the Coca-Cola commercial, and they was comparing me to him, so I was just running with that. I was like, if he could make it, I could do it. That's why they still making interviews about you today. Can't shake your ass. Singing and shit. See what I'm talking about? It's always these singing niggas. Look. For real. So your childhood was pretty normal. Yeah. Good kid in school. Normal. Great. Because you know how everybody got the trauma. They've been molested. Not to say that that's, you know, but it's the story nowadays. Yeah. And it gives them their strength to sing in their outlet. For you, your shit was just real normal, like. Yeah, it was normal. Like, I remember I went on a Yana Fix My Life. Yeah. Did you ever see that? I didn't see that episode. I can't watch Rhonda with the That's the first time I ever dealt with somebody that's supposed to be like a therapist, and it really was She's a life coach. Yeah, it was a bad. She wasn't a therapist. She's a life coach. It wasn't working for me. It was a bad experience. Because it's a life coach. You can get a certification online for 6 weeks. Now, I'm not trying to discredit anything Ayana's got going on, but a PhD and you know, psychology or trauma and things does, you know, and a life coach is just 2 different things. Like, she just went through a lot of shit being raised in the projects and having to be a single mother and seeing Black men go through stuff. She feels like, you know, she can bring back every Black man, but yet she ain't brought herself a Black man yet to stand beside her and claim her as a wife. That's why she online not saying she would rather be a sister wife and she believes in polygamy. She understands she has to share
That's y'all mama, not mine. But go ahead. I'm just saying.
Sometimes you can learn from somebody like that because they
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, but putting black men's faces in the dirt, black women, I feel like it was just exploitation times 10. And I ain't never seen nobody. I went through real trauma coming up as a child.
And I'm glad
nobody put my motherfucking face in no dirt or made me play out with dolls and shit. The only time I had to play with dolls is when I was telling a prosecutor, hey, what did the guy do to you? What your uncle do to you? Well, he touched me here. But as far as her trying to use these extravagant theatrics to fucking exploit and sell, I just never got with Rhonda that smoked Newports. Cause she looked like she just has a Newport hanging off the side of her mouth. I'm sorry. Like, I know that's their grandmama, but that bitch, my grandmama would have never did no shit like that. I'm sorry.
And it was just crazy, like on the show, I went on there for my healing. And I just felt like...
And got exploited.
Yeah, I felt like it wasn't real. We was doing rituals and I told you.
Rituals?
Yeah, it's a lot of weird stuff going on. Pray to the ancestors. And at some point, I just started feeling like it wasn't real therapy. And I was really going there for healing. And I actually went on there to expose. I was trying to expose lies told about me and things like that. And what I do like that Ayanna told me, she's like, I didn't bring you here to expose. I brought you here to figure out what you're doing wrong. Because people gonna always keep doing things to you to trigger you or do this and that. But if you don't have the tools to handle yourself like a P, people gonna always get you off your square. So I like that.
But even a dummy got knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Will spit some truth, but I'm just listening. I didn't see an episode. I couldn't imagine how funny, how extravagant it was. I mean, I interviewed Memphis. I'm sure you know Memphis.
Who is that?
Toya Wright's ex, Memphis.
Who's Toya Wright?
Lil Wayne's baby mama. Okay, so Memphis, he's a producer. I'm sure your guest knows, but he's been trying to recover from that. Yeah. Like, I'm just saying, like, the way, let me just put it like this. It's just, I feel like Ayanna's show was just, it didn't showcase how Black people really receive healing. Mm-hmm. I think it highlighted more of the trauma and added more trauma because you're not the first person that has said, I didn't receive anything from that show.
And the reason it made me want to talk about that show is because on there they started making me get like a victim mindset and blaming my parents for my childhood. My parents were great. They wasn't perfect, but they were great. Like hardworking parents. My dad was a head coach for years. And they had me like not liking my parents for a minute. And then they had me thinking I was molested. It's like, it was weird. It was really, really weird. Because I had sexual encounters as a young child, like 7, but it wasn't how they was trying to make it. So then they had me mad at my family. Y'all wasn't watching me. And it was like, it did more damage than good. And when you do stuff like that, you do a disservice to the whole Black community because we already don't trust therapy and mental health and, just sitting down and talking with somebody. Yeah. So
now, clear up that 7-year-old son, because I know how my viewers are. They're going to be like, what do you mean 7 in sexual encounters? Like,
no, when I was 7 years old, just, kids experiment. And I took that innocent little, it was one of my older cousins, female. Innocent little encounter, wasn't even a big deal. She made me feel like I went through something way weirder than it was. You know what I mean? So, but it wasn't anything that contributed to what you had going on. No, currently at the time, like it was just something that they can only work with the information you give them. So I'm just talking. Yeah, I've been through this. They even giving you. Did you ever go through this? I was like, well, I guess. And so they use what you give them, and they use it against you, kind of like the internet do. Okay. And you crash out and you say crazy stuff like I used to. And
okay. Well, I mean, I think you were just pissed off.
Yeah, frustrated.
And so, everybody uses the internet to go the fuck off. That's what it's for.
Which I don't recommend.
Yeah, because it can backfire. But, it's your platform. You can do what you want, right? And so, back to singing to get girls. Let's just jump into it. How did you sing to get Eva?
That's crazy. Actually, I did.
What'd you sing? Do you remember what you sang to her?
The way it happened was, and shout out to Chris Brown, we had a concert in L.A.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk about that Chris Brown stuff. Don't worry about that.
He brought me out for deuces, and they have a mutual friend, Chris Brown and Eva. His name is EJ.
Okay.
So they were sitting in the audience, and Eva was asking him, like, who is this dude? You know, I done came out the shirt. I'm going in. You know? And she said she looked me up on the internet right there. And I don't know what she looked up, but she said she looked up a video, saw me in a suit playing the piano, and she was like, she wanted to hear more. So a little while after that, the dude EJ ends up bringing me to her birthday party. You know, she's a Scorpio. Her birthday the day before Halloween. Oh,
when they say Scorpio, you know what that means. Drake?
Drake, she's crazy. So it's a Halloween party.
Yeah.
I don't know what she had going on at the time. She was in a situation. So EJ was sneaky, brought me up there. I don't know what he had going on. And he was like, she just wants to meet you or something like that. Huh. And I introduced myself, and she was like, I heard you sing. You sing something in my ear? And then I sang to her in her ear. It was in the party, though. We was at, like, Philippe Child.
So she had a man. We're going to get into this wife. So Eva had a man. She pretty now. I don't expect her not to. You know, she's very beautiful, gorgeous, right? I don't never see her without a man. So she had a man. Has her friend.
I asked to sing to her. My bad. Let me rephrase that. She didn't say, oh, sing to me.
Okay.
I must have said something like I sing or whatever it was.
Okay.
And she was like, oh, well, sing to me right now. If you're a real singer, you'll do it right now.
But she wasn't no record producer. She wasn't gonna get no. You was already signed at the time, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So what you doing auditions for Eva for?
You want to know what I sang to her?
Yes.
The song that I just sang, actually.
Oh, the one that gave me chills and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So not that mine happened, but her pussy got wet then, didn't it? Eva.
Listen.
I'm dry right now. My husband's here, but still, like.
But not long after that, I guess her situation, something happened. The dude
just magically,
the dude cheated or something happened. I don't remember the specifics, but something like that. And then she hit me up. Yeah,
she hit you up. Yeah, and so basically, she pursued you.
Yeah. In a sense, because like you see, I'm a shy guy. So I've never been the type that just always pursue, you know, especially a woman of that caliber. She would have to let me know she was interested, and then I could take it from there.
Okay.
You know? So that's kind of what
So, I mean, did it kind of knock you off your game a little bit? Did it make you nervous Eva Marcel was pursuing you?
Like I told you.
The top model?
I'm from Watts, so it ain't no girls like that just running around. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I mean, hey, I learned a lot from her. I got a different taste in fashion.
Is she older than you?
She's just a year older than me.
Okay.
And we grew up in the same area. Like, one of the things I like about Eva, she's a real LA girl, but she's real culture too. Like, she's international. She's real high end. Everything she do is top notch.
Over the top. That's what we love.
Notch, like quality.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Over the top.
Oh, yeah.
Everything she does is spectacular. That's why we're fans of hers. Yeah. So
I am as well. Like, I know that's my child's mom and all that, but I admire Eva a lot. I learn a lot from her.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Look at this here. You see what God can do. God, boy, you cannot put nothing past. The boy said he grew up in the church, man. I'm talking to man. All right, so you just reminiscing on Eva, like you say you still love her, but it's okay. She's single now.
That was my best friend, and that's one of the things that hurt me the most. I didn't just lose my career and obviously my child, you know, my family. I lost my best friend, and that's what hurt the most. That's one of the things I wish I could at least get that. And well, of course, my daughter first, but also just being in a place where we could at least be friends, because that was my best friend at the time.
So essentially, like, so when you met, like, did you guys like instantly hit it off? Like, did you instantly just you know how you get locked in? You said she a Scorpio, and what I mean by that, Scorpios are very. I'm married to one.
They have a
high sex drive. You know, the curtains is down. Nobody, you in the room. You could be in the room for days with them.
I was in the best shape of my life at the time.
You'd probably need it to be.
I just say that I was in the best shape of my life. I had a trainer. I was doing 2 days.
So she was good. So how many rounds were y'all doing today? Like 5, 6? Like, how many rounds did it take to make that baby? Don't forget, today we are offering on shoptkdeals.com the sea moss drops. This is something that everybody needs to have in their diet. It has 98% of the vitamins and minerals that the body needs daily. We have this in mango. We also have it in pineapple. It has 10,000 milligrams of Irish sea moss, the same sea moss that Dr. Sebi preached about, and the same sea moss that a lot of the health gurus preach about as well. It also has spirulina, which is very potent in vitamins and minerals as well. It has zinc, burdock root, and vitamin C, okay? Use the coupon code TK10 to get your sea moss drop. How many rounds did it take to make that baby? She's beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
Gorgeous little girl.
That's my twin.
Yeah. And look just like you. Just like you. Okay.
People be saying, all she got is her mama color. I know that be making her mama mad, but that's my twin. I miss her. But we had Marley, we got pregnant with Marty 4 months in after dating.
Oh, yeah,
so
y'all was in love.
Yeah, it was fast. But I was in love. I was definitely in love. I think when it comes to marriage, you've been how many years you been married?
Oh man, 19 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So it's a lot I could learn. What's the secret?
The secret, individualism. I think when couples get together, they think that they have to do everything together or like the same things or, my life is held back because you're not doing it or in agreement with what I do. My husband and I are individualists, and then we come together to share a family. So, and at the end of the day, I wasn't born and raised with my husband. He already had an identity before I met him. Likes, interests, things like that, and vice versa with me. Now, is he protective of me? Absolutely. So, but when it comes to this is who my wife is, because trust me, he get a lot of scrutiny. That's your wife? What the fuck? Because he's a very, as you met him, he's very he's just calm. He's chill. He's not shy at all, but he's not the in your face type dude. He don't need to be seen or heard or, you know what I'm saying? Very secure within himself, Yeah. And so, just both of us respecting who each other is and not trying to change each other. And I think, that was the foundation of our relationship because he is Muslim, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Family Muslim, everybody. Dad got 4 wives. I mean, I'm talking about they hardcore. He's African. Me, I come from the hood in Panama City, Florida. Bitch, we didn't wear shoes, black feet outside, eat oysters on coolers all day. You know what I'm saying? It's two opposite ends of the spectrum. So, he was supposed to marry someone based on his culture, from his culture, because the African marriages are arranged. But because he, dad raised him to be an individualist, he chose his wife. And then, respecting me, not asking me to change, not asking me to convert, and vice versa. And we've always maintained our relationship that way.
Well, I saw you right there. That cool.
Yeah. He say, hey, I'm going on a trip wherever I want to go. I want to go watch the fight. I'll be fucking tripping. For real, my girlfriends, my nigga ain't called me. He been gone 3 hours. Girl, so? And when you go out, bitch, he better not call you. You know what I'm saying? You are a grown person. Mm-hmm. You got that nigga Social Security number. Ain't nobody got him. So if he do happen to do something when he out there, guess what? You're going to deal with his ass. But at the end of the day, can the bitch just come in and just start running credit cards? No, let that man, and when you give people freedom, or you don't have to give nobody freedom. Everybody's just free. You're free. You're a grown man. Niggas ain't gonna do shit. It's just like a kid. You tell a kid you do whatever you want. The kid, because they know they can do whatever they want, they typically don't. It's kind of like a trick bag, well, I can do what I want. I just choose not to. Freedom of choice. You're able to make a decision on your own. So that's my advice.
That's the secret to, okay.
That's the secret, yes.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
The longest
so
relationship I ever had was 3 years. So 19 years.
and I was with
That was actually with one of my exes that wasn't even a serious relationship. So
okay.
I could learn a lot from you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I always say learn a lot from yourself.
That part.
Because we're all connected to the same source, which is God. Mm-hmm. And it seems like, I don't know what you were like before this encounter. All we know is based off of reports, right? Mm-hmm. But the more you are connected with who you are, which is music, that is your direct portal and channel to God speaking to you, because he speaks to you through the music. Of course, you know that, right? Yeah. So, just the more you're in tune with being creative, the more, everything will just work out and you can get the answers you need. And it will always lead you. So like your energy today, based off of your public perception, like, when we pull up research, it's like, I'm going to need security up in here for this motherfucker.
I thought you was...
Bruh.
I thought you was going... I thought I was going to see like 4 dudes.
No. We only have those for the niggas in wigs.
Right.
They have energy for me. Like, for some reason, they get mad because I don't want to acknowledge them as being a woman. I'm I'm trans woman. Mm-hmm. Okay. And just like you can turn back to a man when you want to, I just can't turn to a man. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, those are the only time because they be ready to fight. And I'm like, my husband ain't finna catch no charge on them.
Come on now.
Them niggas
That's
like.
a lose-lose situation. If you win, it's just a loss. And if you lose.
We got something to lose. So here. Yeah. But just so I could conduct the interview as I should. But, and I ain't finna beat around the bush with no questions. Yeah. But, when it comes to you, it sounds like, how old are you now?
I'm 39.
40. Damn, black don't crack. Nigga, you 40. Stop it. Stop it.
39.
Stop.
It's a 3 and a 9.
40. When you turn 40?
$40.
When you turn 40? Happy early birthday.
40 July 25th.
Okay, so next year you still 40 though. So like we round up. You know what I'm saying? No, you 39.
You doing that too? I'll be rounding up.
Yeah.
My real birthday.
Yeah, for real.
Nobody wants to round up to 40.
You do not look 40.
Thank you.
You do not look like what they say you've been through.
What did they say?
A lot. They say like, you've been out here beating women, emotionally, mentally, verbally abusing them. You're blackballed from the industry because you can't be, trusted, and you're mentally unstable and stuff. So let's talk about a lot of that stuff. So, you had some great words to say about the creator of your daughter, mm-hmm. Which is Eva. Hopefully she'll take your words and, you're almost 40 now. Shit, people grow up.
Yeah.
So hopefully she'll, see, I'm sure she knows the sincerity with you. She'll know whether it's sincere or not.
Yeah.
But
one thing they taught me, I've taken 2 years of anger management, 52-week courses. I've taken 2 years of that. And that was before I went to prison for 3 years.
Oh, shit.
And while I was incarcerated, I took another year. It wasn't required, but I just wanted to get more tools because I knew it's nothing wrong with being angry. They said Jesus flipped over tables, but it's got to be righteous anger, and it's what you do. It's how you do it, So I learned those tools, and when I got out, that's why you're seeing this person that you see now, because I didn't have the tools back then. There's no excuse for what I was doing and the way I was handling things, but it's a learning curve. You if you know better, you do better. It wasn't nobody coming to my school teaching about domestic violence. I've experienced domestic violence in 3 different dimensions that you can experience it. People don't realize that you can experience it in 3 different ways. And when I go speak to the kids, I tell them that you can be falsely accused of domestic violence. You can be a victim of domestic violence, and then you can be the abuser. And I can confidently say I've been all 3, even if it may not be the way people have made it. I've been all 3. I've not handled things the way I should have. People put their hands on me, and I've not handled things the way that I would want people to handle my daughters if they did that. I have 2 beautiful daughters, and if they did something crazy, I want the dude to, for me, big dog, handle them with care because that's my babies, So,
or Handle it with you.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. So
yeah.
when you have rumors like that, I want people to always highlight, if I was the type of person that was going around putting my hands on women, I don't think I'd be able to walk around like I am. One of the things I liked in prison that I seen, it's mostly with the other races, and this is what I'm going to teach the young men out there when I go teach. I go and speak at high schools with the Purple Purse Foundation.
Okay.
It's a foundation, a nonprofit out in Compton, and I go and talk at the schools in Compton and stuff. But I hadn't been to prison yet.
Okay.
So now that I've been there, I want to tell the guys, you know, you don't even want to have allegations of putting your hands on a woman, because when you get there, you have to get what's called touched up. And there's going to be 3 guys and you, and they're going to put their hands on you.
Oh, shit.
So that's the rule in prison if you have those type of cases. It's mostly with the other races, but blacks will do it too, you know. And that type of situation never happened with me. Nobody's ever, you know, because I think if you're a guy that's out there doing that, I don't think you would be able to walk around safely. I had a conversation with one of Eva's brothers, Malcolm. I ran into him at a Pizza Hut.
Recently?
It wasn't recently. It was this was right before I went to prison. It was about 4 years ago. It was right when COVID hit. And I was happy to see him. I wanted to test the temperature, so I walked right up on him. I said, "What's up?" I shook his hand, and he was like, "Can I holler at you real quick?" I was like, "Uh-oh, it's finna go up." So I said, "Let's go outside."
Yeah.
So, but he was like, "What's up, man? I've been wanting to talk to you." I was like, "You don't think I hit your?" He was like, "Bro, we already know you didn't do that. That wouldn't even be something to talk about. She is scared of you for whatever reason. I'm not in that. But what I want to say to you is, you too talented to let this little moment throw you off your square so much that we be like, what could he have been? You would be a what if."
Yeah.
You don't want to become a what if. So when he said that, he was like, just do what you got to do. Focus on your career. Get back into the music. And at the time, I'm like, bro, I miss Marley and Genesis so much. I can't really make music. I can't even work. I can't. He's like, man, you don't want to let this moment blow you by, you know?
So that's what I was going to say, because, you know, perception is reality, right?
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing to dispel. Is someone's truth and what they perceived happen is what they perceived happen, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why they say there's 3 sides to every story. You know, your side, their side, and then we ultimately meet in the middle. So, you know, we can kind of mesh the two to say, okay, we see why she would feel this way or why you would feel this way. And this is where lines get blurred. Yeah. And I feel like that's kind of what's happened with you and Eva, and because it's been public, you know, the back and forth and stuff like that. And, you know, she does claim, just like in an interview that she did today with the Breakfast Club, that you were the most, like she's doing a movie, and apparently it's based off of the relationship she had with you, and that it left such a heavy impact on her. Can you tell us, now that you have had time to reflect, because, you know, you said the relationship was good. You got pregnant with Marley when she was just 4 months into the relationship. How long did it take before things got bad? Like, when was it good, and then when did it get bad?
When was it good and when did it get bad?
There had to be a transition, like a pivot point, you know?
It got bad the moment that I didn't know myself. And I started losing myself by having that overnight success. You know, with Chris Brown, I never been in that type of spotlight.
That was with the Deuces, you, Tyga, and Chris. That was Deuces, a Strip, major hit.
No Bullshit, all of those songs.
Yeah.
I never been around none of that stuff, so it was just like a roller coaster ride for me. I wasn't centered, and I kind of got far away from my roots, which is God. I'm not the most in the Bible person right now. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of my stuff on YouTube, stuff like that, but I don't trust my own emotions enough to just live life without having some type of guidance. And I think I strayed away from that back then.
So normal things happen. The success came women, touring, a lot of attention. You're in this relationship. She obviously, was she pregnant with the baby at the time, or did you already have the baby?
Oh, when things started?
Yeah.
Things were great. Like,
I guess it's what I'm trying to get a feel for. It's like, because, there are moments when we have relationships, right? Mm-hmm. When they're good, they're good. Mm-hmm. Like me and my husband, for the first 7 years, we had no issues. After 7 years, we had a breakdown. Then we came back together a couple years. Now, we never separated, but it's just, there was a disconnect, mm-hmm. right? With you and Eva, when was the disconnect? When did it start to get bad? Was it before the pregnancy? Was it after the pregnancy?
I would say sometime during the pregnancy, I started having financial issues with Chris Brown and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons I started having anger towards Chris Brown, because I'm like, look, I'm having these financial issues. I'm blaming him for it. I'm not realizing it's my responsibility to handle my finances, the proper way. But I'm like, get me out this jam. I'm in this jam. I feel like I'm about to lose my girl. Help me out. And it didn't work out. I started getting frustrated. And that's where those insecurities I was telling you come. This is a high maintenance woman. Everything's top notch, and
you got to provide.
I got to provide.
And you couldn't provide.
Like I didn't know where my next check was coming from. The whole time, I had $100,000 check sitting somewhere that I didn't know about because I wasn't.
You wasn't educated on the business.
I was financially illiterate, literally, like. And then that's one of the things I worked on in prison. Like, let me start learning contracts and stuff like that, because it used to just make me give up. I remember Eva helped me get my daughter Genesis. This is while, was she pregnant? This is while she was pregnant. Mm-hmm. The paperwork used to just throw me off. Legalese is like, and she's a criminal justice major from Clark, Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Had like a 3.5 GPA, brilliant. So I said, look, help me out. I'm trying to get my daughter back. Her mom left to Arizona with this dude. We have something in order, but she just do what she want to do, And Eva went, and I got my daughter back. I got Genesis back, and Eva helped me do that. But just going back to the insecurities, yeah, that financial thing, that I couldn't figure that out, and it just made me go into this depression, and I didn't know how to communicate. That's
most men don't. They have to learn, And
I don't know if it's a black man thing.
It's a man thing.
Yeah, I didn't. That's the one thing I didn't get a crash course on. But
you were taught to internalize what you got going on and figure it out.
Yeah.
Not go to your woman and explain what's going on. Like, hey, right now we can't afford this. I can't afford this. At work, things ain't going the way they're supposed to go, so we need to cut back a little bit.
Yeah. And then my ego, a lot of ego got involved because, they say never sign to an artist, you know what I mean? But I admired Chris so much that I felt like it was an opportunity that would catapult me to where I was trying to be. I forgot what I was even finna say about that.
No, it's okay. Let's talk about that, because Chris Brown, I think he really hasn't even responded publicly.
Yeah.
I think there was probably one time where he kind of threw some shade, but he's never spoke on, the breakdown between, I guess, y'all's work relationship and things like that. Yeah. And so, we all kind of know the general senses. You signed to him. I guess Tyga introduced you guys?
Nah.
No? What happened?
I actually got introduced by one of my frat brothers.
Okay.
His name is Big Miho. He invented crump dancing.
Oh, the guy, he wears like the wig and stuff. He was just in Kendrick's video.
That's Tommy the Clown.
That's Tommy the Clown. Okay. I'm not from LA, so I don't know. Okay.
You in the right world.
Okay.
Yeah, they came from that world. I used to dance, believe it or not.
You used to crump?
I used to crump.
Oh, shit.
I might have to, we could battle later.
You will win.
But yeah, that's how I met him. I met him through a guy named Big Miho.
Okay.
And Lil Miho. And Lil Miho is actually the one I really haven't given a lot of credit to. He used to have me sneak to the sessions because Chris didn't know me like that. He had met me, but he would sneak me to the sessions, and that's how I ended up showing him what I really could do.
Okay.
After a while. But I was sneaking to the sessions. Shout out to Lil Miho.
Why were you sneaking?
Because I wasn't necessarily invited. And he knew that if we were to work, he knew if Chris heard my stuff, it was just a matter of time before it was going to work. Because Miho is like Chris Brown's best friend. He has an ear, so he would find a lot of talent. He would know who's the next hot thing, and he had Chris's ear. So if it wasn't for him, Chris would have never worked with me.
Okay, well, shout out to him. Yeah.
Shout out Barry.
So when you met Chris, did you go in the lab and you started writing? How was it?
For a year, I just stood around. It was like, that's the dude that's supposed to go to the league. I was training to go to the league. And the person that introduced me at first introduced me as a football player. So I was just waiting my turn. By the time I met him again, I still was just around, just like a guy that they just like having around. I would bring college girls. I had a different whole frequency because I came from a different world. The college, the cues and all that. So I would bring that vibe to the studio and they liked it. And eventually he saw what I could do.
When was the first time you actually like really sang for Chris? Like,
I actually didn't sing first. The first thing I did was made a beat. It was a group called Rich Girl. 7th Streeter was in the group.
Okay.
You know 7th Streeter? She's from Florida as well. And I was actually just invited to the session to just sit back. He had went through a situation, and sometimes when you go through a situation like that, you'll meet people that would never even be in the same room with you. So with him going through one of his hardest times in his life, it allowed him to even see somebody like me he probably would have looked over. And I was in the session, I was invited, and he didn't have no beats. I put on the beats. He liked it. We started writing for 7. And eventually he heard me rapping and stuff later. I didn't sing it till later because I didn't used to like to give people too much. I do too many things. So if I come off, you look like a model, or the football player, you rap, sing, make beats, it's just too much. So I did everything in increments. I make beats, I write, I rap. Oh, guess what? I sing.
So you didn't come in, like, I like that because I've read books on that when it comes to moving up the ladder, when it comes to leadership. You know, you got those people when they get hired, right? Mm-hmm. They instantly want you to know they do everything. Mm-hmm. And that can intimidate a lot of people, exactly. Even like the CEO of some companies, because they're like, well, if you can do all this, you probably think you better than everybody. Let us get to know you first. And so you kind of feed them a little bit at a time so they don't feel threatened by you. And so it's kind of like you kind of got that intuitive, like, knowledge down pat.
I didn't think of it like that, but maybe that's.
Yeah, because, doing too much can get you thrown out. Like, this nigga think he just, he gonna come in here and fucking steal my flow, my girl, my goddamn, he football, like, people really do have insecurities. And so, and then you sing, and Chris is saying, he probably thinking like, well, this guy is, chocolate, he look good, he this, he got, it's kind of competition. But the fact that you allow him to kind of get to know you, and you, as you, worked with him, you gave him a little bit each time, is probably what built that trust and connection, that you're not in here to try to size him up. You want to actually work with him and learn from him. So I can see why you guys kind of hit it off, and why the music was just so powerful. Mm-hmm. Man, I was so broke. I went through my first bankruptcy when that song came out. When y'all hit Deuces, I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, this shit was like dope. I've always followed the artists and their business, even before, like, they would never let me talk about it on the radio. They always gave me like ads and stuff to read. It's like, no, fuck this. Don't nobody want to hear about this. They want to hear about the goddamn, the music and what's going on with the celebrities. And they would never give me permission when I had the mic on the radio. And so that's why I had to seek outside. But like, I was following a lot what was going on. And y'all was like the trio, because they introduced Tyga. And I'm shocked that you signed to CB and not Young Money.
I didn't know them. I didn't have no connections to. Shout out to Tyga and them. I didn't know them like that. I was more connected to CB and what his camp was doing, and I admired what he was doing so much in the machine that I felt like it's like who doesn't want to be on the championship team, I mean, I guess Young Money
Your
was a
Money was
championship team,
at the time. You was like prime right there. You could have went either way.
It's just how I'm built. I'm real loyal. Like, once somebody throw me an alley-oop like that, like Chris took me from nothing and made a star. You know what I mean? I gotta be loyal to that. Like, even to this day, like I still got loyal. People be like, "You crazy?" I'm like, you don't understand when somebody does something like that. It's kind of hard to just not appreciate it. You don't have to appreciate everything, but yeah, it is what it is. I rock with Chris.
So with publicly calling him out, you know, on the details of the contract, you know, because we didn't really have any other backstory. It was all social media shit, right? He's been kind of quiet and low key about it. Like I said, he threw some shade, but it wasn't really anything that gave the internet anything to run with. It kind of was like, you know how you see somebody bitching on the internet, and if you just be quiet, they loud, they look crazy, you don't, you know, and it kind of gives him, like, I guess the image of being a solid business person, that he doesn't discuss business publicly, especially this way.
Yeah.
Do you regret any of the, you know, handling Chris publicly and the things that you said?
What? That was the dumbest thing I ever did. Like, first of all, that's not what real niggas do. You don't put what you got going on. I don't care if it's your baby mama, any of that. It's just not for get a journal. That's what somebody told me, get a journal.
It's very true.
You know,
writing is...
It's just, and then when you're dealing with the shame of what you said, right? Like, if you say some crazy stuff, you might change, you might go back to God, and you done did your praying, but that person might still be like, no, I told you when I catch you. It's so, I look back at some of the things I was doing, and I'm grateful that I'm alive, because I was wilding. Like, it's not stuff that's all on the internet. Like, I was ruffling a lot of feathers, so for people to see the real me and be like, I'm gonna give him a pass. Like, he wilding, but I'm gonna give him a pass right now. It's just a test. I'm thankful. It's a testament that God is good, and people can see who you really are. Because sometimes when we hurt people. You might be frustrated about something, you start lashing out. That contract, like, nobody put a gun in my head and made me sign it.
Was it a bad contract?
It wasn't even necessarily a bad contract. All I could say is it wasn't a way out, meaning it wasn't a way out. Like, okay, if this doesn't happen. But other than that, like I said, I didn't even read it. So
you were just excited. I'm under Chris Brown.
I told the dude, hey, is it cool? Like, look, Chris is saying you're taking too long. I even heard someone say a conversation when Chris was like, don't sign it. Yeah, so I was like, I do remember him saying something like that, like, wait, and there's we could do a better deal. But
and Chris supposedly said this, like, don't sign that.
Blurry,
yeah,
but I kind of vaguely remember a conversation, like somebody had to bring it to my attention, because we have mutual friends right now, you know, who are trying to put things how it's supposed to be. Because at the end of the day, we black men. He's a powerful black man. I'm a powerful I know other powerful black men, and we're trying to do something positive. We shouldn't be at odds. You know, we don't gotta be kumbaya, but we should definitely at least address things that were wrong and move on from there.
Now, without even, because right now you don't want anything from Chris Brown, you don't need anything from Chris Brown. This happened years ago, right?
Yes, 8 years ago.
8 years ago. You know, do you want to use a lot? I know you said that you were wrong. Do you want to utilize the platform to apologize?
I really want to apologize in person, but
no, this is a start. You know, because Chris is a little petty sometimes. Like, you know, I've heard of, you know, him holding grudges and shit. And it's like, I think if you send an apology out this way, it's kind of like when your crew do, because you about to get back on tour.
Yeah.
Thank you. You Live Nation. Yeah. Can I say the producer?
Yeah, say the producer.
Rockstar. You know, Rockstar came in here and checked the fuck out of me, bro. Look. Over that Angel Brink shit, I said he was broke and moved in with her and shit, all types of shit. Listen, not only did he pull up to the comments, he pulled up to this interview. It was like, you got the wrong nigga.
You've been rich before.
Listen, he said, "Well, I've been rich." I was like, he was like, really street, but you know, I get what you do. So shout out to Rockstar. He in the background right line, like, what? I'm like, yeah, he pulled up. That's what you're supposed to do as a celebrity. Don't be running to no courts and shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? That shit be getting on my fucking nerve, bro. Like, the fuck you got to go get these crackers involved for? You know? All they gonna do is take your money and my money and ain't nobody getting shit. We still mad at the end of the motherfucking day. Rockstar just pulled up and was like, hey, you see this shit? Bitch, I been getting, but I just put this nigga on tour. Let's go. You Live Nation.
Funded the whole tour. Rocks. It's the only black.
Guys, we are featuring the Koji Cocoa Soap. This is something that I use to help even my skin tone, clear dark marks and things like that. This is available on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10, okay? Be careful about using it on your face. Yes, it will lighten the dark marks, but it will lighten your face as well, and you don't want to be out here looking like Nene Leakes, okay? This is the Koji Cocoa Soap.
Funded the whole tour. Rocks. It's the only black person to own their own cell phone.
Yeah, funded the whole tour, got his own goddamn cell phone. So, bitch, he got a cell phone towers. He got towers and shit. And then, you know, that costs money to have a cell phone. You got to have, you know, because, you know, the big companies own the towers and shit. Yeah.
He did the whole 11/11 album. He did Chris Brown's whole album.
Yeah, did Chris Brown 11/11. That was a good fucking album, Rockstar. That was a great album. Yeah. So he was like, don't you ever in your life call me broke again. And he was like, that's respect. That is fucking respect. I love that shit. And you ain't the only person that pulled up on me was like, Tasha, really? Really? You know, so we don't always get it right over here, you know. And then we got sources, you know, that obviously have malicious reasons, and they will, here go my receipts. And so we have one side, and you know, we'll try to reach out to the other side. Sometimes they see the DM, sometimes they don't. So, you know, but one thing about me is I'll always go back and correct or apologize where I get something wrong. You know, that's how the platform has always been. That's why we still around. A lot of motherfuckers, viewers going down, bitch, we going up because we gonna let you know on page 1 and page 1 when we get it wrong. Back to you. So congratulations on your tour. Mm-hmm. Fucking Live Nation. Yeah. Rockstar. Yeah. You doing it. Yeah, diamonds on this shit. You got the child support money. You ready? Look, you ready to pay some child?
I'm not gonna lie. Rockstar just threw me the biggest check I've seen in my life.
What? You not supposed to tell your baby mamas that, right?
I mean...
Oh my God, they finna come garnish that shit, bro.
I mean...
They gonna hit you with that back pay too? Oh my God. Rockstar.
Don't they get you visitation?
That back pay? Did you just see what they did to Tyrese?
Yes, I did.
Did you the back pay to $73,000?
Glad you brought that up.
Rockstar, you got that for him just so he can get on tour? Okay, Rockstar said he got the back child support. He just got to go on tour. Rockstar Wireless, his cell phone company, Rockstar. You know what I'm saying? He said he got the Rockstar Wireless. So if he is hit with a back pay, he got it. But you got to let this man go to work. You cannot throw him in jail. That's the only way you're going to get the money. All right, congratulations. Congratulations. I like a baby daddy that say he got, you know, the back and the front for both of them so everybody can stop tripping. And that's music to a baby mama's ears right there. Oh, they got my money? Oh, well, let's talk then. Come get your fucking baby. Go get this bad motherfucker. I'm trying to tell you, you got that money, bitch, you come get the kids. Listen, so... What do you want to say to Chris? There go to Kim.
See, B. 8 years. I ain't never got to say nothing. I just want to say, bro, you changed my life. You gave me an opportunity when everybody else used to pass me over and, you know, just kick me to the side. You vouched for me. And I apologize, bro, for just, I don't know what I was on. I do know what I was on, but I don't want to say it.
I was going to ask, was you on something, though?
I was on a lot of shit. I'm going to just say that.
Okay.
I was on, you know, drinking and shit like that.
Any drug, because you know that.
There's no excuse, though. That's not an excuse, but.
Right.
when you don't have healthy ways of dealing with things, bro, it could just make it worse. So I just want to say sorry for the things that I said, things that I done, and not taking things for, not taking taking things that you done for granted and just putting our business out there for the whole world to see and just making a mockery of it. It just wasn't no real nigga shit, and I really apologize for it. You ain't got to forgive me. You ain't got to make records with me. You ain't got to do any of that. But just hear me and feel me. I'm really sincerely sorry. I apologize. And I wish it never happened that way. I wish I could have handled it better.
That's some grown man shit, bro. For real. My brother would never say sorry. That's why his ass always running from niggas now. No, we need to see that. And I'm glad that you put that out publicly. You know what I'm saying? Because those niggas, maybe Rockstar. Let's do this. No, it was cool. I like that. That shit was real. You know, and we like to add a little laughter to the shit because life shouldn't be so fucking serious, you know? So maybe Rockstar can bring y'all two together because, you know, him and Rockstar still cool. Yeah. Y'all cool. Y'all in the same circle. Y'all squash that shit. You know, because really y'all ain't got, it wasn't over a bitch or nothing. It was just some contracts. You were young, famous. You know, you had a real expensive baby mama. That shit can be stressful. You know? Can make it. Why you think white men be out here jumping off bridges when they can't afford their white blonde wives no more? What am I supposed to go home and tell her I done lost my job?
Right.
Right. So like you were essentially losing your job, losing yourself, just losing everything that you had built and you got a lot of fame. So it's like, motherfuckers, you walk outside, people are like, you famous, but you broke.
Right. And it's crazy too. I got to a point where I started pretending to be broke because so many people was trying to hit me with lawsuits, this and that. And it's like, damn, I stopped wanting to turn up. And my nigga was like, that's when you was supposed to turn up the most. Like when you felt like your baby mama thought you was broke and that's why she don't want to mess with you. That's when you're supposed to turn up the most. Like, no, I'm out here. Like you lost the faith. But God did, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad you ain't get on that fake shit.
What you mean?
You know, just playing like you. Well, I mean, I'm always broke. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't got it. I tell the phone companies, I tell the water companies, let me pay next month. You know, like that is one thing from my childhood that I would say my mama taught me how to do, which was just be broke and be broke happy. Don't even be trying to keep up with nobody.
That's my last name. I ain't got it.
I ain't got it. I don't have it. And, you know, I don't want to have it because when you got it, it brings problems. Yeah, you feel me? So just keep that part, you know? A motherfucker ain't going to call you if you ain't got shit.
I mean, it's a
but you got the child support, which is cool. That's the most important thing. I mean, your kids.
Yeah, you got to, because it costs money to support a child. So, you know, my children's mothers, they need me to support in that way. And that's why I've been going so hard with the music. And I'm so thankful for working with Rockstar because he's got everybody in his Rolodex that you could think of. And we're doing all these sessions. And it's like, I'm going to actually be able to not only provide for my kids, but maintain it. I don't want to just give them something here and there. I want to be able to maintain it, put them in the best schools, get them the best tennis coaches. They could be the next Venus and Serena, Genesis and Marley McCall. So I've just been focused on that. And, you know, I don't mind paying child support. I would love that.
You should have a lot of women in your DM tonight, bro.
I want to get support in every way, financially, spiritually.
All right.
Fit.
It's okay. We get it. But you're going to have a lot of women in your DM tonight. So like, can they be your baby mama? You know? They go, It's like, you don't mind paying child support. You never heard. So, real quick, you went to prison 3 years. Did it have to do with that officer you jumped on? Because they say you went down there to a court hearing with Eva, and then I don't know what happened, but you jumped on the officer, beat his ass. Is that what happened?
You know I didn't put my hands on nobody in that court.
What happened?
The officer was a short dude, and I thought he had little man complex. or Lil Dick syndrome, one of the two.
Okay.
I felt like he was trying me. So at the time, I was like, I really want to document me getting my daughter back. So I'm trying to document it by using social media because people used to screenshot. So I'm like, yeah, baby, Marley, hey, it's your dad. This the day I'm finna get you back. And the dude messed up my documentary. He go, hey, you can't be recording in this building. And I'm not thinking, you in the courtroom. You can't record in courtrooms unless you got like some kind of like media. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm not recording. I'm on whatever, Instagram. He's like, well, you can't be on your phone, period. You know what I'm trying to say, nigga? Like, I'm saying don't be on your phone.
Okay.
I was like, okay, but who's you talking to like that? Like, you only talking to me like that because you... So I take it from A to Z. I mean, from 0 to 60. He already short. So he like, nigga, hold on. He start taking off his belt. Start putting his food down. I said, why you putting stuff down? Like, because that's an aggressive statement where I come from. You start pulling up your pants. What's happening? I'm thinking he ready to get square up or something. So I'm like, why are you putting your stuff down, sir? He was like, no, because he acting like he finna get active. So the me now would have been like, sir, it's not even like that. I put the phone up. You having a good day? You know what I mean? But I had to just always be right. And I made a bad situation worse. He asked me to hand him he went and got a buff dude, first of all.
Oh, shit.
And I seen that buff. I went, did he really just go get that big buff nigga right there? I already had a different demeanor by the time he came. I wasn't turning down or nothing, but I just was like, I already put my phone up. The battery's not, like, why did you go get him? He's like, show me your ID. I'm like, I don't have an ID. I literally had got robbed. Not robbed, like gunpoint, but I used to have assistants or people like that, and they'll steal like your wallet, petty cash. Nigga stole my wallet. So once I had to get on, I had to do the extra security stuff like that to even get out there to Atlanta. But I didn't have an ID. So he tried to get me with that. Show me your ID. I said, I don't have it. And he tried to get me with whatever that law is. I just learned the case number you could use to get that thrown out. Like, if I don't show my ID, XYZ. I literally didn't have ID. So that's why I really went to jail in Atlanta and got out. YK Osiris was my cellmate. I got out in 5 days.
He stayed in trouble. YK Osiris.
He was supposed to bail me out, but
YK.
I got mad at him because he took up all the phone time, and I said something to him, made him mad, so he didn't bail me out. But anyway, shout out to YK.
So y'all was cellmates, and he was taking up all the phone time and shit, and said he was gonna come back and bail you out.
Yeah, but I made him mad because he took the phone time that time, and we had got into it, and then he bailed out, and I was like, damn, I shouldn't have did that.
I need to talk to him too. He ain't been doing shit around here lately. I got to see what the hell going on with YK.
You probably need to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit him up for an interview. So, cause he's funny, he's good.
They know who to come to.
Huh?
If anybody need a hit, they know who to come to.
Oh shit.
Rockstar.
Okay. Look, that's who I need to call here. Hey, listen, I need to call Rockstar. Who you got down there? So tell him we need to talk. So,
so beautiful.
Thank you so much. I paid for them after I had my baby, because I had a baby 5 years ago. Sent him to Africa. Oh, he's been raised in Africa right now. My in-laws. I didn't want him raised over here.
Okay.
No, it's not a good place for a black man, especially in these times, you know?
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah. So, he took my teeth. What happens is when you have babies, when you old, you get bone loss and shit. And so I've always had a pretty smile. My mom gave it to me. And so all the dentist did was just went over these with veneers to bring back that smile. So, but I've always had nice teeth. But yeah, he took them down to.
Before they was looking like Keisha Cole, mama. Like.
Dad looked like I smoked a little dope. They did after I had my baby. I was like, what the fuck? My husband was looking at me when he was like, why is spacious? I was like, and I'm a teeth person. Yeah. That's my thing, especially when it comes to people. The first thing I look at is if you take care of your teeth, you clean. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And my shit, I was like, oh my God. So I just flew to Columbia real fast and got them shits. Thank you. It took about 3 sessions because I was like, oh, my shit out here looking fake, you know? So,
Send me your guy.
Thank you. I got you. Yeah, he'll probably do you for free because you a celebrity. He just want the clout. Yeah, he that one Rick Ross be with Dr. Mario Montoya. Yeah, he got you. He loves celebrities. He'll be like, do it for free. Just put it on your Instagram. Swear to God. Okay. So, but he ain't that expensive though at all. It's like $5,000, $6,000. Okay, I know. But yeah. So I'm gonna have to get YK Osiris. So, is that what you got sentenced to 3 years in prison for?
That's not what I got sentenced to 3 years in prison for, and actually, but it did prolong my sentence. So I actually got sentenced to 3 months in Los Angeles County Jail.
What for?
Under the guise, well, I had a probation violation. I had a case in 2016 for a DV case in 2016.
Yeah, that was with your ex.
No.
I've
only dated 3 women in my life.
Right, and 2 of them said, well, one... No. Which one of that girl? Hold on for a second.
Go through the women I've dated?
Go through it.
My first girlfriend I ever dated was my high school sweetheart. Her name is Treasure. Okay. My first baby mama, which is Jania. That's Genesis's mother. Okay. And my third relationship is Eva. And my last relationship I ever had. Everybody after that, we know. It was like assistants, or one was a PR person. These were my friends, but once you say you're in a relationship with somebody, you can make your case. You know what I mean? It turns into it makes the case different if you're intimate with somebody. Okay, so you know what I mean? Like if you get into an altercation with a stranger, argument, whatever it is, it's just
public dispute. Disorderly conduct.
Says, he lived with me. Which is a lie.
That's domestic. That's domestic violence.
Or we dated, which in dating could be they could giving you fellatio once. That they could still get domestic violence if you get into it with that person.
Shit, in North Carolina, if you share a hotel with somebody and they happen to be a woman and y'all married. I'm just letting you know what the laws is. It's a law. So you share a hotel with a girl, and then not only that, are y'all married? I'm gonna get you some more wine. Give me some. Not only are you married. By North Carolina law, if you cheat on your wife, she can sue you for alienation of affection in North Carolina over a bitch you just had a one-night stand with or never hit. But if it says that y'all shared a hotel room together, that's your wife. Yeah.
Don't move to North Carolina.
I read a lot.
Which one is Carolina?
North Carolina. Yeah.
But anyway, when you have a situation like what me and Eva had was just an argument. I never put my hands on Eva, nothing like that. And for that to go that far, like I said, I had the conversation with her brothers. It got so sensationalized. For y'all don't know what that word is, that's when somebody takes something and put 10s on 2s.
We do that over here. This is what this platform is. So the definition, but go ahead.
But I fuck with you though.
Everybody does. We don't lie about our shit over here.
So with that being sensationalized like that, I feel like a lot of people, like I told you, one person was actually like working in my PR, and what they focused on was reputation management. I had never heard of this. I was like, what's reputation management? Well, it was like, when I major in crisis management, and I didn't hire her as a real PR, but this was a friend that I really admired. I love intelligent women. So I was learning from her, like, how can I stop people from saying I'm beefing with Chris Brown and that I hit my baby mama? Like, this is crazy. And she was helping me with that. And that's kind of how I got hooked up with the Purple Purse Foundation. When I started talking about domestic violence at high schools, I was doing that with that girl. Oh. Yeah.
You weren't fucking her, was you?
I had slid in and did a little something here and there. But, that's why Tina Davis told me you don't eat where you shit.
You don't. Because she gonna turn around and say the same shit. This motherfucker out here doing domestic violence shit that I set him up for, and he gonna turn around and hit me, when you don't want the pussy no more. That's what happens. Yeah. You got to be careful. That's what happened?
It's kind of what happened. I remember a lot of her story used to be...
I didn't.
A lot of her story used to be... I remember first hearing the story. She was like, I dated a celebrity. Okay. And he was an Olympian. And he used to do cocaine, and he beat me. Now I was like, you used to date an Olympian? She was like, yeah, he was in a wheelchair. So he was a wheelchair Olympian.
Because I was going to ask, was you the Olympian? Because I was like, what the fuck?
I look like an Olympian. No. First of all, I didn't date this woman.
Okay.
So I'm like, that's a crazy story. So he used to crawl on his nubs and be. I had questions about.
According to her.
Yeah. How was
allegedly
this dude with no legs? But anyway,
and that was her story.
That was her story.
And she was sticking beside it.
And
I would have rolled his ass in the pool.
Right. And then I would tell my story, which was, hey, I've been falsely accused of, domestic violence, but I could have handled things better. I still wasn't even at that point yet. I was like, I was falsely accused. I wasn't at that, I didn't handle things better, de-escalate. I didn't know all that language. But that was our story. And we went to a couple schools. And like you said, when things went sour and I didn't want to deal with that person no more, they knew the tools to use. But
and so that was the one that was putting all that stuff out, saying that you, after Eva, that you were, I guess, abusive towards her.
Yeah, there was one person who was she wasn't really a personal assistant, but I was trying to teach her how to be I met her, she was on, I don't want to say that.
What?
She was on Skid Row. She was selling drugs on Skid Row.
Well, she wasn't homeless, was she?
She wasn't homeless.
Okay.
She was a drug dealer. And I met her through a friend of the family. And this is why I love Rock, because he'd be like, you be messing with some of the weirdest people sometimes.
Well, what she get you free dope or something? Shit. What the fuck?
No, I was trying to save her.
Okay.
So you can't save. You can't
a dope dealer?
I don't know.
Before it used to be like you can't save a hoe, but you can't save a dope dealer.
Yeah.
Okay. But that saying, because I'm gonna have to play devil's advocate here for a second. Everybody's saying the same thing. Everybody can't be lying. So why do you think that their stories are louder than yours? Because it's different when one person says something and then another person and another person's like, okay, obviously there's got to be some truth to these things.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the truth in it is that.
We have the sugar case. I am so in love with the body oils, and you guys are too, because you're emailing me about them. These are body oils infused with glazed donut fragrances. We also have watermelon squeeze. We have, let me put this up. We have the watermelon squeeze. We also have the Georgia peach body oil, okay? I usually put these on when I get out of the shower, wet, let them soak into the skin while the pores are open. And then, of course, I carry a bottle around to touch up. It doesn't leak. And that's one thing that I like about this Black-owned body oil company, is that they don't leak all in your purse. I could travel with these. They don't spill. I don't know where the hell she got these bottles from or the oils, but she's doing her thing. You can access the sugar case on my website. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order. And last but not least, we have our top seller, which are the Active 8 fasting drops. If you are really trying to fast, if you are really trying to suppress your appetite the right way, the Active 8 fasting drops is the way that you need to go. The reviews on the website speak for themselves. If you're looking for appetite suppression, which means you have to start first thing in the morning, okay? And you put the drops in your body, you put a little water in your body, and you just do a water fast throughout the day. People are emailing me saying, hey, Tasha, they work better than any type of Ozempic or semaglutide that's out there. It just helps to settle the gas in the stomach, and the stomach tells the brain that you're not hungry no more, okay? And so the fasting drops are available on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 and let me know how much weight you've lost personally using the Active drops, okay? Obviously, there's got to be some truth to these things.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the truth in it is that I didn't have coping skills to properly make a woman feel secure in every situation, whether she's in the wrong, whether I'm in, it's just certain ways you're supposed to handle things. And I don't think I did that, even if that's running away. And that's my move now. That's why you haven't seen me get into anything. Like I told you, before I did my case, I was from a case from 2016. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to get back into the how I violated my probation.
Yeah, because I was like, 3 years is a long time. Yeah.
But this is how I violated my probation. Okay, you got the PR girl, and you got the case with the girl who used to sell drugs downtown. Okay, both of those cases got. I did a plea of what do you call it? No contest.
Okay.
Because I wasn't guilty, but when you plead no contest, it's guilty.
But there just no consequences at the time.
Yeah, so I got no jail time for the first 1 year, no jail time, and I just had to do anger management.
Okay.
I was almost completing that when I met this other girl, and she's helping me do all of the reputation management for this, as well as, the media with Eva. And then we fall out. And then that made me violate the probation I was on, because I was on 5 years probation. I got to the 3-year mark. I was almost done. You could get off in 2 years and a half. But by me getting into another conflict, it violated my probation. Technically, I was just supposed to go to jail for violating my probation. Once they dug into the case, and you see it's a non-violent case. You have violent cases and non-violent cases. Non-violent cases have the least time. Actually, the first case had 5 years, and the new case had a year. So by me violating both, I was facing 6 years. So the judge told me, look, if you don't try to fight any of this, because I didn't abuse the second incident that I got into. I didn't do anything except for my mouth. I used to have a filthy mouth, and it's no scoring like a woman scoring. You could really make a woman want to ruin your life by the stuff you say. And I pissed her off. And she's like, I know how to fuck your life up. So not only did she get me in trouble with the criminal case, she filed a civil thing. And I'm nervous about talking about all this, because talking about it online is what got me the 5 years. So as we go into court, the judge is like, she said, look, if you give me $60,000, I'll ask the judge to make this go away. I'm like, you already sued me for $1.5 million over here in the civil case. And I gave you $10,000. What is it, $60,000?
This is for the criminal case. So she said, give you $60,000, she won't testify. Ain't that extortion?
But it's not extortion if your representation mediated. It is extortion. You calling it exactly what it is, but this is the system.
Because this is a criminal, so that's like paying a witness off, right?
And the judge wasn't even going for it. She was like, if I was inclined to even honor something like that, I'll still make him go do 6 months in a halfway house, like drug treatment. But I'm like, why would I go to a drug treatment program if I'm not on drugs? She was like, just so that you could get the classes that they have there for anger management, parental. If he paid that $60,000 and I was considering, I'll still make him go do that. And if he missed one meeting, I'm gonna give him 5 years. I was thinking about giving her the $60,000. I was like, and I just met with my mom and my dad, and it was like, man, don't give her nothing. Just go do your time, and when you're done with your time, it's over with. If this is about justice, it's over with. If it's about money, we ain't got nothing for you.
So you don't have one charge of domestic violence on you?
No, the charges that I had was it's like assault. It's a abuse on a cohabitant or spouse. You could get this for fighting like your cousin or somebody in your house.
Okay.
Anything like that. And like I tell you, when you go to prison, they look at your charges. If you have serious charges, you're going to get dealt with. So
did you put hands on the girl?
Who?
Yeah, because of assault. Because I'm like, why would they charge you with assault on a domestic, like verbal assault?
It was a physical situation. Like, it don't matter if you nudge somebody off you. It don't matter if you push somebody. You should never touch anybody. And I've been guilty of not keeping my hands to myself. I haven't beat people up. But it doesn't. So what
you're saying is, like, you never struck a woman, you never punched a woman.
Never.
Have you pinned a woman down?
Never. For what?
Threw them off. So why would everybody say that you right here just Ike Turner and bitches?
I mean, if you say a truth loud enough and long enough, people start to believe it's true. And I think I was giving people tidbits and stuff for them to even want to Believe that.
Because Eva claims she's still scared of you to this day.
I hate
But
him.
I think she still love you because you still talking about a dude from your past because you've always been the topic of conversation. Like it's like 1 minute she tries to do everything to separate from you, but then she re-ropes you back into her life all the time. Like, so I'm just like, are you trying to separate him? Because it seems like, you know, even if you're using it to make a biopic or to do a book and things like that, which is her right to do, it's just like, I don't understand how you're trying to separate yourself from someone you hate so much, but yet you still rope them into how you make money. So that's what makes me think that she still loves you. And I think she's just trying to hurt you the way that you hurt her.
So let's go back. So you saying you think she uses what we've been through
For profit.
to make money, to
Yeah.
monetize that storyline.
Yeah, absolutely. We all got exes, right? Mm-hmm. You don't see me bringing up shit with my exes to make money. I ain't writing no books on them niggas. I'm married. I'm in a whole different relationship. The only relationship that matters is what I'm in now. But for some reason, even after her divorce, because I'm like, we still don't know why she done got divorced. Like, girl, you was a housewife. This was supposed to be your dream man. You gave your daughter his last name and said that that's her father. But yet you divorced the father that she knows and don't tell us about the man begging you to come back in the public. And you steady losing weight. You know, we like, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? We asking about her health. Are you okay? What's going on? No, I'm fine. Something is clearly going on.
I like to think that everything Eva has done up to this point was from a good place.
Okay.
I have to believe that because at the end of the day, it's not about me and Eva. It's about our daughter.
But she's still saying that even though she's divorced from Mike,
Right.
She's not changing her daughter's last name back to yours. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So if it was from a good place, why keep the last name?
My daughter's my twin.
She looks just like your ass.
Everywhere I go, people are like, your daughter is so beautiful. Mm-hmm. She looks just like you. So that name thing, it never even bothered me. I always want to have a conversation with the dude, Mike. He seems like a cool guy, but, you know, he's just not her dad, you know. I'm her dad. And I know the things.
The shade.
It's certain looks that she makes, and he doesn't even know what I'm her dad. We're connected. She came from me. So nobody can ever replace that. And like I say, you was talking about the financial and this and that. You know, she's a successful woman. She might have a lot of money. She might not need my money. But there's certain things that money can't buy and that I could give my child. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you made it clear today. You know, you ain't say nothing bad about Eva. It was all me. Don't be mad at him. It was me. And he did politely check me. Okay? He was just like, I believe, because, you know, Eva, she watches the show. I believe that, you know, everything that she's done, Eva, done is from a good place for what's best for her and the kids.
From
right?
what she understands, you know.
Okay.
It has to be I'm hoping it was from a real place, right? Mm-hmm. She was doing what she felt like she had to do was best, especially the way I was acting. I was wilding and stuff like that. You know, I brought it back now, but I still have to account for all of the times that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, and I had to wait for other people to catch up to that. How
bad did you verbally and emotionally abuse Eva? It was bad.
Now you know.
I want to know.
I'm the most timid. You think I could win an arguing match with Eva?
I have seen her on The Housewives, so
I would never win that. We never argued.
So why is she scared of you?
I hope she's not afraid of me. You know, but if people are afraid. And this is for the fathers, mothers, whoever's out there. Because sometimes people use that and then if people just stop right there. Okay, you're afraid of me. Okay, I'm not gonna even fight that. Are you afraid of my mother? Are you afraid of her aunties? Are you afraid of my grandmother who's blind and deaf? So when you stop when I'm not seeing my child, it's not about me. I just want the family to be able to see my child as well, because it's bigger than me. So if she is afraid of me, okay, I'll take that. I remember when my first child's mother, and when people say things, it makes you say, why is all of them saying it?
Saying the same thing, yeah, right.
People been doing that, freaking the system for years. We act like people haven't been lying, or you see what Tyrese is going through, and he's a millionaire. So whether you're rich or poor, this situation Tyrese isn't biased against anybody.
Well, Tyrese can't get out here cussing out the judges that's presiding over his case.
I didn't know all that.
Yeah, you can't call him crooked, and there's conspiracies against him. I'm trying to get him thrown off the bench. You can't do that with the judge that's presiding over you. You got to handle it professionally, and you can't use your platform to try to tarnish this judge's reputation, knowing that they are elected officials. So they're taking that personally. And then, it's different when you don't see his baby mothers ever speak publicly, because they don't. It's always him. Yeah. And so I saw him do an interview the other day. He was like, well, my daughters are going to come and ask me, did you let them say these things about you? And I'm like, Tyrese, your baby mamas ain't said shit about you. Maybe it's when he on the phone with them and they giving him the bit, maybe he just feels compelled to share it with the world. Like, before they come tell the public, I'm going to come and shut this shit down. But it's like, they haven't said anything publicly. And that's why he keeps losing. You see what I'm saying? So his situation, I wouldn't even try to mix and mingle with that shit over there, because everything that he's going through, he brought it upon himself.
Well, yeah, you brought up the topic of just like, knowing what to say and what not to say. That I got 5 years over opening my mouth at the wrong time. And then let me get back to that. Bring that back in. The judge was like, you just gonna do 3 months as long as you don't talk about what's going on. Because she was like, I'm afraid he's gonna victim shame me.
Oh.
So I was like, this is a money grab. I got to tell people what's going on. I forgot that the judge said, don't talk about it. Got drunk the night before I was going to turn myself in. I'm telling everybody the real. Kind of what I'm trying to do with you right here. It's like Instagram ain't for that. And I ended up getting 5 years for that.
But you served 3?
3, yeah. Okay.
All right. So you did your time, came out, and, got your life back together. You just partner, like I said, with Rockstar's production company and Rockstar Wireless. So you just signed a deal with them. You're going on tour with Live Nation. Yeah. You back in the studio. You know what I'm saying? They took you shopping. Obviously, you got some jewels. And you say, the first things first is let me stop by and clear up this child support.
Yeah, and one of the most beautiful things about being around somebody like Rockstar, he's a hands-on dad. He's a family man. He's allowed me in his household. I've been around him and Angel and all the kids.
Shout out to Angel Brinks.
It's beautiful. Like, they even, he doesn't even know this, but he really made my year, because he let me go to Knott's with him and his family, and he don't ride roller coasters. So I ended up being with like the youngest girl and all of the girls. It was like 4 girls and his son, and I'm taking them on roller coasters and chaperoning. And I was just thinking the only thing missing is Genesis and Marley, you know. But for him to trust me with his own kids and Angel's kids, and for us to have a good time like that, it meant a lot. Okay. So thank you, bro, for that.
Oh, every black man needs another black man to support them and hold them up and help them get up. Y'all holding each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? So, you seeing him and everything that you could have and that you have, you just got to figure out a way to bring it back together. You say you're a believer in God. God makes everything possible. Everything possible. And so I wholeheartedly believe that, you will be reunited with your daughters. And first of all, what do you want to say to your first child's mother? And then what do you want to say to Genesis? Because Genesis is older than Marley, right? Yeah. Okay. How old is Genesis?
Genesis is about to be 14.
Oh, shit.
In 3 days. Her birthday's on the 22nd.
But she need her daddy. She on social media yet?
No, I've been finding. I'm a detective.
You
They'll
find
spin
her.
that and they'll be like, he's a stalker. No, I'm a detective. It's my child. I want to know everything about my child. What school she's in, what city, who's around her. I'm a father,
Okay. What do you want to say to her mother first?
Hey, Nene.
Put the mic, do the mic like that. There you go. There you go.
This is Jania. They never, she doesn't want to be in the media. I know you don't want to be in the media and stuff like that. I know you're a private person. But just the way that you've raised our daughter up to this point, despite our disagreements, whatever, you've done an excellent job. I could sleep at night. Even though I lose sleep over my daughters, I could sleep at night knowing that they're in good hands, knowing that Genesis is in your hands. I know she's good. I'm sorry for anything that I got wrong with you. But I love you, and I love Genesis, and I just want to be in a position where I can help y'all in any capacity, whether it's financially, whether it's spiritually, any capacity. I'm here, and my identity is tied into Genesis, So I don't even feel like I'm me without being in her life. So I really need her so that I can continue to be what I was made to be. I'm trying to get back to what I was put here to be.
Okay. But tell you got the check for it, though.
Oh, you know that. You got the check for you.
So you got to specifically say, I got the check for you. Please, got to see my baby. That's what they want to hear. I'm trying to tell you. Listen.
I mean, yeah, financial support. I got more than that.
Okay.
She just had to come pull up and see what we got going on.
Okay. All right. And what do you want to say to Genesis?
Genesis, I love you. Call me. I know you know my number. Call me. You know what I want to say to Genesis? Paris misses you. I just took Paris to the movies. Paris is one of her closest cousins. They're the same age. Okay. I just took Paris to the movies, and all we was talking about was you. So we just waiting for you to come back. I could take you to the studio, and you and Paris could make another song together. So we just waiting on you, baby. We all waiting on you. I love you. You know who else I need to say something to? Who? I have a sister. Okay. Her name is Tiffany McCall. Okay. She's my blood sister. She went to high school with Eva. So she knew her growing up. And she's the only person who's allowed to see my children out of my whole family. Tiffany McCall can see Genesis whenever she wants. She can see Marley whenever she wants. And you're like, how's that? Well, me and Tiffany used to be my manager. And when you look at my career, my homeboy CJ came in. He started managing me, and my career was great. When I lost both of them, career was trash. Your team is everything. But once she wasn't my sister, my manager's sister, we kind of fell out. I felt like I did a good thing. I gave her $40K, put it in the business account for her. I said, let's part ways. I want my sister back. I'm going to do business with my frat brother. And we parted ways, and we kind of had a rift in our family for that. Both of the children's mothers went to her, and it was like, you are a girl. We rock with you. If you promise not to let Kevin see him, we'll let you see him. And she's like, I'm auntie of the year. They're my babies. Right. So she's been seeing the children.
You want to say something to Tiffany?
I just want to say, baby, I'm sorry for the times I got frustrated with you, and you're my big sister. I'm the little brother, and I could be annoying at times. I went too far. I was blowed. I used to say crazy stuff. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, baby. I love you. My life ain't been the same without you. Aww. And I think, and we all miss you. Dad misses you. My mom misses you. Crystal misses you. Your brothers and sisters, we miss you. We love you. And we just want to be a family. So I thank you for being such a great aunt, taking care of Genesis and Marley, and making sure they could stay together. They're both in Atlanta. Genesis in Atlanta, Marley is in Atlanta. I don't know what's in Atlanta calling everybody to go out there, but maybe I'm next.
Shit, scammers.
But yeah.
Okay, go ahead. The scammers on point. They only looking for the rappers right now, so the scammers ain't going to jail. Okay. Okay, booster whatever they got to do, but yeah. Tiffany, come on now, call your brother. I don't know. Look, I ain't in it, but I do know, y'all family at the end of the day. Y'all grew up together, the same house, all that stuff, and business was business, but it seemed genuine. I know that is she older than you?
She's 4 years older than me.
Oh, so yeah, she look at you like
mothers. We grew up in different houses, but we was close. Like the concept of a half sister, that don't even make sense to me.
That's your sister.
She damn near like another mom. And she gave me a lot of my swag and a lot of my bit. I love her. She's awesome. Tiffany McCall, I love you, girl. Come give your brother a hug. Stop playing.
Okay. So what do you want to say to Eva?
Eva, I said everything to Eva.
You did.
If I could say one more thing to Eva,
and then you gonna say it to your daughter, yeah.
I hope that me and my family can provide a safe and healthy environment for you to where you feel like we could start having communication again, and Marley can come meet some of her cousins, her grandmother, who is now blind. I wanted her to see her, but she could still touch her face, hug her, hear her voice. She said, Kevin, I never met Marley. So if we could just get to a place where you could just forgive me and we could at least let the family see her, I would love that. And I can't make up for the stuff that I did in the past. It's done, But what I can do is start from today and be what I need to be and build from there. I think if this is a good starting point, at least having a conversation and at least knowing how I feel. I take full responsibility for everything that happened, and I'm sorry. And I want to get to a place that we could find a solution. If we could get solution-based, that'll mean a lot to me. We have mutual friends. Let's just get the conversation going.
That's grown man shit. Cheers. Cheers, Kevin. Gonna make me cry over here. We bringing black families together. See, people gotta understand. We're gonna talk our shit. Mm-hmm. We're gonna fuss. We're gonna fight. We're gonna argue.
That's what black folks do.
We gonna fuck, yes. But we gonna still come together and eat together. And them children need their daddy. Eva, what's your other baby mama name? Jania. Them children need their daddy. I say that as a child whose mama did not fuck with their daddy. My mama kept my daddy on child support until I was 25 for back pay. He called me, true story, this nigga, my daddy called me. I was 23 years old. I was pregnant with my child, married to my husband. I got to go to court tomorrow. I was like, Dad, you okay? They're going to put me in jail. I said, what's wrong? I owe $3,000 back pay for you. And I ain't got the money. He said, I've been sick. I laid off from work. Can you pay it? I said, pay my own child. Daddy, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
Yes. And I said, my mama, he said, but you can't tell your mama you did that. What, Dad? I can call mom. He was like, no, you don't understand. It's going to make it worse. So my husband, he paid my back child support and gave the money to my mama. And
paying your child support and you're a whole entire adult. It's crazy. That's crazy.
Because that's my dad. Nobody can tell me, even though my dad was not there for me, my dad never molested me, he never beat me, he never did, he just wasn't there. Like when he showed up when I was 13, he was like, by the way, I'm your daddy. Nigga, what? Like I was confused. And then all these years, no wonder my sisters and I never looked the same. I was like, something was off. But my stepdad always made me feel, and he still does, he got 4 kids. I'm one of them, even though he didn't give birth to me. So it was really confusing. And even though my mom was telling me, your daddy ain't shit, he ain't shit, it doesn't register to children. And I want to say this to Eva. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I get it. You want to protect your kids, right? At the end of the day, nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. But I could tell you what, to Marley and to Genesis, their dad will always be perfect to them. And you don't want to wake up one day and your daughter asks you, Mommy, why don't you like daddy? Whatever you say, it's not going to register, and we're going to think that you're the enemy. Because I thought my mom was the enemy for years. Like, why did she keep me from my dad? What's wrong? And the only thing she could tell me was my dad did this to her. But what did he do to me?
That's deep.
What we love our parents unconditionally. I swear to God, your parent can smoke crack all day. They can fucking murder people. You will love the shit out of your parents. And I just say this, whether she fucks with the platform, fucks with me or not, I'm a Black woman, I'm married, I'm successful. I've grown up in a blended family. She ain't even gotta fuck with you. Eva ain't got to fuck with you, but she know damn well you ain't gonna do nothing to that baby. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so, you don't even care about the last name situation. That's fine. But if he's never done anything to that baby and he's hurt you so bad, he's apologized for that, just don't take them kids away from their daddy. Because I'm telling you, you're going to grow up and you're going to be that mom. Because I looked at my mama like that, like, yeah, my daddy ain't shit. Yeah, he probably smoked crack. Yeah, he went to jail. That's my daddy. I come from him. I look like him. I talk like him. And that's probably why she couldn't stand me half the time, because I reminded her of him so much. And she tried to drill in me, don't do this, don't be this, don't do this, all because of her hatred for my dad. But I am him.
That's deep.
Yes. So Eva, grown woman to grown woman, I'm not trying to tell you how to run your household, but from a child that dealt with that shit, that's not a pain that you want to inflict upon your baby, because you're not going to be able to explain that you protected her and her daddy. Your daughter got to watch and see him be a daddy to someone else, and then that's going to hurt even more, because he's going to say and have interviews where I tried. I made videos, but your mom. And I'm not saying that what you're doing is bad, but what I'm saying is just set yourself aside, and it's what's best for the child at this point. So, and he said he got the check for the child. So, child support, I can see if he was trying to come around here, no money for you, that's different. But he said he got the money. So, just for the babies. I rock with you like that, seriously.
Thank you.
Only because my daddy wasn't shit. And I still love that nigga. Like, ain't nobody telling me shit about my daddy. I be having hoes call me all the time. They my age, and they be fucking on my daddy. And they be like, yo, daddy did this, yo. The girl, so? You ain't got no business even fucking on my daddy. The only reason you fucking on my daddy is because of me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you Tasha K daddy. Da, 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 da. You hoes ain't shit. You done got a BBL off my daddy. What the fuck? No. Like, yes.
Shout out to Pops.
He's my daddy.
Go in here.
Yes, that's my dad. I don't give a fuck how much crack he smoked. Even if they used to say my daddy was gay, all types of shit. So, that's my dad. Who cares? Who cares?
To hear you say that, that's like, then they not gonna even be tripping. But I don't want them to. I just wanted them to know, because a lot of people saying like he's a deadbeat. I'm like, I'm not a deadbeat. I'm mad that I didn't figure it out this fast. But I done paid lawyers a lot of money.
Yeah.
One lawyer filed in the wrong jurisdiction. I'm like, bro,
that's how I lost my goddamn case. I'm sitting $4 million in debt right now, bitch.
In LA, and he's supposed to file in Orange County.
Trust me.
And I lost it. By that time, Genesis to move to Atlanta. It's a whole different kind of like laws out there. If you're not married, you don't have any rights as a father.
Yeah.
If you have a child out of wedlock in Atlanta. So don't have babies in Atlanta, or don't let your baby mama move to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because you won't have no rights.
Yeah.
Until you file for a petition for paternity.
Yeah, my cousin going through. They had to petition the court because he wasn't married, just to get rights to his child. Mm-hmm. And he put himself on child support. You may need to do that.
No, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, in Georgia, if you say, hey, I'm putting myself on child support, the court will take that so serious.
There's nothing anybody else could say.
Yeah, so, but I really do hope, I'm glad that you were transparent as much as you could be, without stirring up a bunch of old shit, because it gets messy. We're all about solutions. This is the fall season. It's 2024. Everything is on reset now, with the truth is coming out. You either got a chance to do the right thing or, lose everything. There's two choices that the universe is giving niggas right now. Crackers too, okay? You either do the right thing or you lose everything. Two choices. So the fact that you came out here, you said, listen, it was what it was. I did that. I apologize. Like I said, I've never seen you in this energy because, looking at your, social media rants and stuff, they would say that you was like coked out on that Tucci,
I ain't never did no powder in my life.
Listen.
When you miss your baby like that, it'll make you go crazy to where you look like you doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
The worst of the worst. Yeah. Missing my babies made me go crazy.
Yeah.
But
I mean, and women go through it too. There are women that lose custody of their kids and they lose their mind.
it's true.
So
what I've noticed with the women, because I'm gonna do a documentary on parental alienation, and it's gonna be short.
Mm-hmm.
But people are not gonna be expecting me to put women on there. And a lot of mothers go through that. It's usually like the husband is rich or something like that. A rock star type nigga or something.
They take custody of the kids. Who do I know do that? There's a nigga though that's in the public that has custody of all his Elon Musk.
No, but
he take all the babies for that.
But there are guys out there who do parental alienation too. But usually it's kind of hard to do. The girl has to have, some stuff going on there. Mm-hmm. And it's usually rumors of, drug abuse and stuff like that. But yeah, I've never had that. No history of drug abuse, nothing like that.
So you just think you was young, successful, lost everything before the world. And that could be embarrassing and humiliating too. People don't understand that. Like, especially when it don't matter how grounded you are as a person. And I want to say this because I find myself in situations because I do have a platform that I built, with my husband and the help of my team that we have.
It's impressive.
Well, thank you. We work our asses off. And, you just have to you got to be grounded. You got to be sure of yourself because you're going to have times where people are going to want to embarrass you. They're going to want to humiliate you. They're going to want to make you seem crazy, unstable. This person can't be trusted. And you have to really know who you are and know why you're here to deal with it. Otherwise, you will get sucked into the perception of what people think you are and try to become it or try to fight against it. And all you got to do, meanwhile, is just stay connected to God and just be you.
That was big.
Yeah. So people ask me all the time, I thought maybe when I see you, you're going to be like a 6 foot bitch and you aggressive. And I'm like, man, I just bust jokes all day. That's why my viewers fuck with me so heavy because they know me. Like, if anything goes wrong, I'm going to be the first to fucking tell you. Like, yeah, like, who gets on a platform and says, I had a girl sue me saying that I said that, she had an STD, right? Mm-hmm. No, somebody else on my platform said it. But I'm like, if that was such a shameful thing, why would I come out on my own platform to say when I was 18, a nigga burnt me? Right. What's so embarrassing about it? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And here's the thing. Let's just say hypothetically, this person did have an STD, right? And we're talking about herpes. Mm-hmm. Fucking 80% of the goddamn world got herpes. If you had chicken pox, bitch, you got herpes. There's herpes once, so it's like, but people get so caught up in the perception of, they're gonna think I'm dirty. I'm gonna think, and I'm like, no, that's not. I'm not in you. But some people take shit like that to heart, and I just wish, just like how you're coming out saying that, things would have went different with your baby mama. Like, it helped me to wish, like, well, maybe, if I had presented it that way, like, well, bitch, I got burnt too. Even if you didn't get burnt and it's not true, it's not anything to be ashamed of. And we have huge platforms as women, right? And people follow us. They learn from us. I deal with people all the time that call in and write in and say, I have this, or my baby daddy did this, or, this woman did this to me, and they're ashamed to live it or to be about it. Whereas our lives, especially if we're public figures, are put on display for people to learn from us. And so, I just think the more grounded we are, the more we know who we are, the less people can like shame us or make us feel less than or throw us off our game. So I believe your 40s are you're going to love your 40s, okay?
I think so too.
Hell yeah, even though you claim you ain't 40 yet.
I'm 35.
You 39, nigga. You 40. 35. Nigga 40. You about to have gray hair out here. Yeah.
I got a couple already.
You dying it yet?
No, I don't got a dime. I just.
But you gonna start dying on to try to appeal to a younger artist. Gonna be in there with that jet black fucking beard. Like, no, goddamn well your beard ain't that black.
I remember when they first started calling me Big Bro. I was like 30. I'm like, why are you calling me Big Bro?
Cause you 30.
Now it's Unc. I'm like, what? Don't call me Unc. Leave that for Snoop and.
Yeah, no, you 40 not.
I'm Big Bro.
But 40 is the new like 30.
It is.
I would say even 20s because like I have more fun in my 40s than I had in my 20s. My 20s I was broke. I mean, I'm still broke, but I was real broke. I'm talking about like, bitch, a $1 menu at the McDonald's. That was my dinner, you know.
Yeah, today.
Yeah. So, but thank you, Kevin, for trusting me and trusting the platform and trusting the winos. And was you nervous?
I trusted you. My mama texted me. She was like, they call her the gossip queen.
Yeah.
Did you pray?
Listen.
They call her the gossip queen. She's gonna be the gospel queen today.
Now the Christians, shout out to your mama. Shout out to Mama McCall. But the Christians, they get mad at me when I say this, but they be all up at the shows, the first ladies, the preachers, the congregation, they be all at my comedy shows, right? They literally, I say, you know the Bible is gossip, right?
Yeah.
And they be like, no, it's not. I said, how the hell you gonna go buy a book saying don't gossip, but the whole book is gossip? Who the fuck was around?
It's gospel.
It's gossip. It's the gospel gossip. Yeah. How they know this person was fucking? How they know Delilah cut off that nigga hair? Yeah. So I was just like, man, who wrote that shit? Somebody saw that shit. We don't know if that shit is accurate, but the truth, but there's truth in everything that you say or write. Mm-hmm. So the Bible is the truth. Mm-hmm. And it's all of our lives just played out in modern day times. And so
it's nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new. So I just got to figure out what character I am in the Bible. I ain't figured that out yet. Since you grew up in the church, you tell me.
You Ruth.
Ruth. Let me Google that bitch. Hold on for 1 second. Let me Google that. What Ruth do? What is Esther? What Ruth or Esther do? Look what they do. It's Ruth in the. Let me ask ChatGTP. Who is Ruth in the? Huh?
Esther.
Who is Esther? What she do?
Esther was so righteous. You got to look it up. Look up the story. I don't want to mess it up.
No. Okay.
Esther is who every chick out there should be trying to be. Not trying to be the top IG model or, I spy this. Esther. Look it up.
Okay. All right, Kevin. Let's see why evil crazy about your ass. You know exactly what to say. So like, every woman should try to be like, they finna drag you. Not Tasha K, loud and drunk ass. You heard them. I be trying to tell them, right? Because they be thinking like, Tasha, your stomach big. Tasha, you need to do this. Tasha, you need to do that. You need to dress better. And I'm like, my husband ain't fucking complaining.
Talk about
I ain't out here chasing down no side bitches.
Talk about it.
Arguing with them. Like, you got a baby over here. This nigga at the house. If it was so bad, why he ain't outside chasing the bitch you trying to make me to pee?
Right.
That part.
Right.
So, but yeah, take note, y'all. Take note. So I'm just simple. You give me a good story, some wine. My kids is fed. They clean. Husband fed. The bills is paid. I don't need nothing else.
Cook.
Yes, I cook. They know I cook. Yeah, I cook.
That's what had me spoiled. Eva cook.
So she can cook.
She's domesticated.
I didn't think she could cook like that. Because she's skinny as hell now.
Yeah, but that's probably where her husband was so. You see, he ain't skinny.
he was skinny. He was gaining weight over time. He was. He was. So, okay.
So you one of them. You know how to cook
is it. This man African. He got to eat. You see his belly? All right, listen. But Kevin, you want to take us home with a little something that you're working on? Or take us to the king.
I gotta take us to the king.
Take us to the king. Go ahead.
The interview says it all. I don't have to say nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
I done been through a lot. I could complain about it, but I won't. Because there's always somebody else going through something worse. So we're going to go out with this.
Okay.
I've had some good days. I've had hills to climb. I've had some weary days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days, and I won't complain. You know what he did?
Well,
God has been good to me.
you better fucking say.
He been good to me.
Yes.
More than this whole world or you could ever be. He's been so good to me. He dried my tears away, turned my midnight into day. So I'll say thank you, Lord. They took my babies away, but thank you, Lord. Locked me up for 3 years, but I'm back now. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I won't complain.
I ain't got shit. But you know what to do. I'm out. Listen, I'm out. I gotta go to church.